Greed versus Fear is a new dApp that just launched yesterday on the Ethereum blockchain. How Greed works is the holders of the Greed token are rewarded in Ethereum dividends through contract volatility, meaning every time there's buys or sells, a percentage of the buy or sell goes to the token holders. In this case, it's 20% dividends to the holders, 5% to the jackpot, and 5% for a dev fee. This is on both buys and sells. So let's take a look at the site. Here you can see the overall contract balance. Yesterday, Greed had a good launch with 48 Ethereum in the contract, and as expected, we now see a little bit of a dump. I'm not surprised. In fact, like I said, it's expected, again, for two reasons. People are impatient. Greed is not about pumping and dumping, it's about holding through volatility. I suppose one could utilize the timer mechanism. These guys. You could utilize the mechanism to your advantage in terms of the best times to buy and sell. But one thing I've learned is that holding always yields more rewards than compulsive buying and selling. So how Greed works is simple. As soon as you make a buy, the timers begin. So we have a 45-minute buy timer and a 15-hour sell timer, meaning after your first buy, you can't buy again for 45 minutes and you can't sell for 15 hours. Greedy? Maybe a little, but it actually adds some strategy to the game. Timing matters a little more. Where it says use my greed, that's the buy. And where it says show my fear, that's sell. To reinvest your dividends back into the contract, use the regreed button. In order to completely withdraw back to your MetaMask, sell your tokens and use the 100% fear button. Okay, so you'll notice there's a jackpot. There's two, actually. We have a built-in jackpot and the jackpot game. So the winner of the built-in jackpot is selected based on the last buyer of Greed tokens. But here's the kicker. If someone decides to play the jackpot game by submitting a manual bid and they are the last bidder before the block timer runs out, they win both of the jackpots. Okay, I'll say that again. If someone decides to play the jackpot game by submitting a manual bid and they're the last bidder before the block timer runs out, they win both of the jackpots. So any new bids must be higher than the last, even if it's by 1 decimal. So for example, boom. So Greed versus Fear is my personal project. And I'm going to be buying myself more tokens weekly, injecting ETH into the contract. So if you have any questions about Greed versus Fear, please feel free to join our public Discord. You'll find a link down in the video description. Alright, Cryptonauts, thanks for watching, and stay greedy.